for this week's report. The Kingston Road Improvement Project gets underway next week. The solar eclipse darkens skies over Exeter. Town to host Earth Week roadside cleanup. The town updates zoning ordinances to streamline the process. And a recap from last week's Exeter LitFest. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacki, and this is the Exeter Biweekly Report. Let's get started. Approved for construction in 2017 and reauthorized at the 2021 town meeting, the Kingston Road Improvement Project to improve pedestrian and bicyclist safety will finally be underway next week. To learn more, we spoke with DPW Director Stephen Cronin. The town of Exeter is working with the New Hampshire Department of Transportation to enhance pedestrian and bike safety on Kingston Road. The project is being put forward with funding support from the New Hampshire DOT's Transportation Alternatives Program, TAP for short. The program is used to provide choices for non-motorized users that are safe, reliable, and convenient. We spoke to Stephen Cronin to learn more about the goals of this project.
The goal of the Kingston Road Improvement Project is to improve vehicle, pedestrian, and bike safety on Kingston Road from the bridge over the Little River to Pickpocket Road. So the project's going to include widening the shoulders on both sides of the road for about a mile stretch. It's also going to include installation of a new 5-foot wide bioretention swale along Kingston Road to improve drainage and help infiltrate stormwater back into the ground.
Sidewalks will be extended along the south side of the road to Tamarind Lane from where they currently end at the Little River closer to downtown, adding approximately 3,000 feet of new sidewalks. The project will also add an enhanced pedestrian crossing at the intersection of Kingston Road, Riverwoods Drive, and White Oak Drive. Work is scheduled to begin on April 15th and is expected to last around 4 months. To stay up to date with this and other public works projects, head to the town website and subscribe to the town's email newsletter. Exeter experienced a partial solar eclipse earlier this week. Gabe Perez and I went out to document the event in downtown Exeter. We also asked Exeter residents to send in their photos and experiences of the eclipse in town or wherever they viewed it. Beth Diamond and friends gathered in Swayze Parkway to watch the event with Eclipse-themed snacks and the Eclipse captain, Barbara Rimkunis of the Exeter Historical Society. Anna Grazier, resident and chocolate maker, traveled to St. George, Quebec with her family to experience the eclipse in the path of totality. Michaela Daly-Doloff described the eclipse as surreal and amazing to see in totality as she watched from Bingham, Maine. The sky was so darkened that the streetlights came on. A huge thanks to everyone who sent in photos, and another huge thanks to Finance Director Corey Stevens for sharing an extra pair of eclipse glasses with Gabe and I so we could experience the wonders of the eclipse ourselves. Turning attention back to Earth's surface, April 22nd is Earth Day this year, and to help Exeter prepare, Public Works and the Planning and Sustainability Office are teaming up to host an Earth Week roadside cleanup. Will Tapley has more.
Exeter's gearing up for Earth Day 2024. The Planning and Sustainability Office, alongside the Department of Public Works, calls for community action in the annual Earth Day roadside litter cleanup campaign. From April 15th to April 21st, volunteers can pick up free trash bags, gloves, and safety vests at the Public Works office, or on April 20th at the Town Hall from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Drop off your filled trash bags at the transfer station or notify Public Works for pickup. And thank you for helping our town in celebrating Earth Day.
At the 2024 town election, voters approved 2 zoning amendments to streamline standards and processes related to mixed-use development and accessory dwelling units. Gabe Perez met up with town planner Dave Sharples to learn more.
In the town of Exeter, there are rules and regulations regarding the way we're able to build and expand developments and housing that don't affect other systems. One of these developments is known as the MUND, where we apply housing to infrastructure that already exists. In the most recent town election, voters voted to change the way these such rulings were worded, to allow continued development of places such as the MUND, which would cover the C1 and the WC, which mostly covers downtown Exeter and a small portion off of Lincoln Street. The town planner, Dave Sharples, explains these changes.
Right now, our current zoning restricts the number of units you can build on a lot. There's like 3 limiting factors to development with housing, and it's either height, it includes height, parking, and density. You bump up into one or the other before you hit the other one. Those are the limiting factors that we left in place and removed density. So it does increase some density opportunities in areas where the MUND exists, where infrastructure exists to support it. So what was done to the residential conversions, which allows conversion up to any single family home into 4 units. That has been townwide for, well before I got here, for many years. We found that they were a little bit contradictory to the ADU statute that allows 1 additional, and actually getting an ADU is a little more stricter than a conversion, which didn't make sense. You can add more units with less restrictions than you can by adding 1. The accessory dwelling unit provisions were changed to streamline the process, be more consistent with the goal of the state to create housing using this tool. The existing process prior to the vote was that it required a special exception, so you had to go through land use boards to build one. We removed that requirement because it was identified by the state as being one of the largest impediments to them being built. Yeah, I think the MUND is a valuable tool to increase Exeter's housing stock in a financially responsible and sustainable way. It's more fiscally responsible and it's more sustainably responsible.
If you'd like more information regarding land use regulation and development, zoning, and other town infrastructural information, you can visit the town website at exeternh.org.
And finally, we captured the 2024 LitFest last weekend and have this recap.
The Exeter LitFest had its most exciting year yet last weekend. Famous authors from all over came to speak at the historic Exeter Town Hall and give fans insight into their art. The downstairs presentations included talks from authors like Ilyan Wu and Andre Debus III, while the upstairs presentations included Exeter High School students reading their poetry and a guide on how to write a children's book. The full videos of the downstairs presentations will be released weekly on our Exeter TV YouTube page every Wednesday. Visit our YouTube page to see the first video up now.
That does it for this week's report. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to help us spread the word. And head over to the town website to subscribe to the town's email newsletter to get this show and other town news sent straight to your inbox. We'll be back on April 26th for the next edition of the show. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacki, and this has been the Exeter Biweekly Report. Have a good weekend, Exeter.